We open their file, 72 years. That is how long Switzerland had gone without reaching a World Cup quarter-final. 72 years of nearly, of almost, of the same door closing at the same stage, tournament after tournament, generation after generation. This is Minutia. One nation. One story. The fall before the triumph. Vancouver, BC Place, July the 7th. Switzerland against Colombia, round of 16. Colombia arrived unbeaten through this entire tournament, built by Nestor Lorenzo into a team of structure and patience, a team that does not beat itself and rarely gives anything away. Switzerland arrived with a very different reputation attached to their name. Europe's perennial nearly team, respected, admired even, but never quite feared by the sides that matter. 90 minutes. Nothing. Not a single goal, not a single mistake either side was willing to make. Two defenses that refused to blink, two goalkeepers refusing to be beaten, 90 minutes of a chess match that neither side was prepared to lose through carelessness. Extra time. And this is where the file almost closes early, on someone else's terms entirely. John Lucumi rises for Colombia and meets across with a header that beats the goalkeeper completely and crashes back off the crossbar. An inch lower, and this is a different story tonight, told from a different file by a different narrator, about a different nation's history finally turning. Switzerland survive by the width of a goalpost and nothing more. Then, minutes later, the moment that should have ended it for good. Granit Xhaka, Switzerland's captain, one of the most experienced midfielders on the planet, is caught in possession deep in his own half. Jaminton Campas collects the loose ball with the goalkeeper stranded and the goal gaping open in front of him, and shoots over the bar. Twice, in the space of a few minutes, Colombia had this game won. Twice, the ball simply would not go in. But here is what should worry the favourites who assume Switzerland only got lucky and nothing more. A well-organised team does not survive two golden chances by accident alone. There is a method sitting underneath the mercy, and it has Murat Yakin's fingerprints all over it. 120 minutes gone. Still nothing to separate them. This game will now be decided the cruelest way. Football knows how to decide anything. From 12 yards, one kick at a time, in front of a stadium that has gone almost completely silent. Penalties. Colombia go first. Davinson Sanchez steps up, carrying the same composure that has carried Colombia unbeaten through this entire tournament, and strikes it well. Too well. The ball comes back off the crossbar. The silence in the stadium changes shape completely. Switzerland convert their first. Colombia need Cucho Hernandez, one of their most reliable finishers, to draw them level again. Gregor Kobel, the Swiss goalkeeper, guesses right, dives low and saves it clean. The Colombian bench goes still. Somewhere in that silence, 72 years starts to feel like it might actually end tonight, in Vancouver of all places. Ruben Vargas walks to the spot. He does not strictly need to score to win it yet, but he understands exactly what this single kick means to a country that has waited 3/4 of a century for precisely this moment to arrive. He strikes it clean, low into the corner. 4-3, Switzerland. Murat Yakin, the Swiss manager, the quiet architect of this rebuild, does not sprint onto the pitch like a man who got away with something he didn't deserve. He walks onto it like a man who always believed this exact night was coming. Switzerland, unbeaten through qualifying, 14 goals scored, only 2 conceded across that entire campaign, a team that has been building toward this for years, while louder nations took the headlines, are through to a World Cup quarter-final for the first time since 1954. Nestor Lorenzo's Colombia leave this tournament with their unbeaten run gone, but not their credibility. 2 golden chances, a crossbar, a goalpost's width of margin between 2 very different headlines tonight. This was not a team that got outplayed. This was a team that got unlucky in the one moment football refuses to ever forgive. For Switzerland, the file that has read nearly since 1954 finally gets a new line written into it. Not conquerors yet, not favourites yet, but no longer the team that almost gets there and stops just short. Waiting for them in the quarter-final, Argentina and Lionel Messi, the defending champions, who themselves survived a 2-goal deficit just hours earlier on the very same day this shootout was decided in Vancouver. Two files, opened on the same night, in the same round, about to collide in the very next one. History is not the same thing as destiny. 72 years of nearly does not guarantee anything about what happens next. But for one night in Vancouver, a country that had quietly stopped believing this stage was built for them proved, kick by kick, that it is. We close the file on Vancouver. We do not close the file on Switzerland. The file stays open. If this hit, like it, share it with one football friend, and subscribe. A new file opens tomorrow. The files never close.